I'm about to eat at the UK's oldest surviving Indian restaurant.
And we'll try everything from lobster Malabar and duck Vindaloo to some of their super unique Anglo-Indian dishes.
Extremely tough choice, my favorite dish of the meal.
As we eat, we'll learn about their incredible 100-year history and, sadly, why this iconic London institution is in danger.
Hey everyone, it's Mark Wiens. I'm in London and currently walking down Regent Street. Veeraswamy restaurant is just up ahead. We're gonna meet the owner, we're gonna learn a lot about the history, and I am extremely excited to try all the food. We're right along the iconic curve of Regent Street, just down the road from Piccadilly Circus. You're gonna immediately recognize the purple signs for Veeraswamy. And the restaurant is actually on the first floor, not the ground floor, but the location is also a big part of the story, as we're gonna find out. Kevin,
hey,
fine dining explorer.
Good to
here
see
we
you
are
again.
next meal.
Sonia here today.
And we've got Sonia. Sonia, hello.
Hey.
Hi, Sonia. We're in very good company for this incredible meal that we're about to have. Yeah, let's go. This place. Oh, I'm so excited. 1926. So you walk in on the ground floor. Wow. Immediately, look at this art. Look at this decoration. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Nice to meet you. Oh, okay, cool. Very cool. And we take the elevator right up to the first floor? Okay.
All the way up there.
Well, before we eat and before we hear more of the story of Veeraswamy, we're stepping into the kitchen because we're gonna see one of the dishes, one of the signature dishes being made, which is lobster Malabar. And as that oil comes to heat point, some ginger goes in, and all the curry leaves, yes, a strip of curry leaves goes in. Oh, immediately the aroma comes out. The chili, red chili, dry chili goes in. Some of the slices of the green mango. Oh, those are the aromatic. Oh, nice. Oh, so the lobster is actually taken out of the shell. And then it goes into the pan to saute. Oh, with those aromatics, the ginger, the green mango. So the gravy is already prepared. Oh, wow, that smells incredible. What's mainly in the masala, that gravy?
That's the main coconut milk.
Coconut milk, turmeric, some of the masala?
Yes.
Okay. Then lobster stock goes in. It just gets, the recipe gets better and better. Oh, the aroma of the lobster. All that masala, and even the stock of the lobster is in there. And just simmering it until the lobster is finished cooking. Oh, that is gonna be incredible. And then finishing it with a little sprinkle of coconut oil. Oh, that's gonna make it even more aromatic. Wow. Oh, and the claw right on top. The finishing chili oil. And a few curry leaves right on top to garnish. Wow, what a dish. That looks stunning. Wow, right out of the tandoor. Oh, dripping. Okay, let's bring it over to this side. That comes right over to the butter chicken sauce and directly into the butter chicken.
Bare hand now.
Yeah, bare hand, right out of the tandoor, directly into the butter chicken sauce gravy. Okay, some more butter goes in. Oh yeah, fenugreek leaves. That smells unbelievable, that butter chicken.
Some chili oil.
Chili oil.
Yep. You put some fresh double cream.
And the fried fenugreek leaves. That lobster Malabar is going to be absolutely incredible. But first, before we eat, Kevin and Sonia are going to introduce me to the owner of this restaurant, who's going to tell us a little bit of background, the incredible history, as well as the current things that are happening with Veeraswamy.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Yeah, so we'd like to know a little bit about Veeraswamy. Maybe we can start with a little bit of background information about the restaurant.
Yeah. Well, Veeraswamy is unique. It is almost certainly the oldest surviving Indian restaurant in the world. In fact, so the earliest proper Indian restaurant started in Britain. But of that, they started in the 18th century. but Veeraswamy is the oldest surviving restaurant.
Thank you very much.
Super quiet, right? It's such a busy.
Cheers, everyone.
To your successful visit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. An honor to meet you again.
It's not just the oldest Indian restaurant in the world, but it's played a unique role in British life. Because India was the center of the British Empire. So the great and the good went there to make their fortunes, to run businesses, to be in the army. And India was intertwined with the upper class and upper middle class life of Britain. And so when these dignitaries and the senior people came back to Britain from working, living in India and holidays, they all gravitated to Veeraswamy. So Veeraswamy was not just a restaurant, it was an institution. It was one of London's 5 grandest restaurants at that period of time. The Prince of Wales came here, royalty came here. Therefore, it has very different connotations, and it represents the history of Britain intertwined with India in a culinary sense and social sense. It was created by the great-grandson of a British general who was the right-hand man of Warren Hastings, who was one of the creators of the East India Company, which ran India until the government took it over in 1857. And originally, in fact, the menus, half were Western food and half were Indian food because the women didn't go to India, the English women, British women. So when they came with their partners, husbands, fiancés here, they had no interest in Indian food. So the menu was a French menu on the left, Indian menu on the right. So the women would have a steak or have a French dish, and the men would have Indian food. And that evolved over the years. This you have in the drinks.
So we're just starting off with some of the papad. Oh, that crispiness, that salty kind of pepperiness, so addictive.
And this is in the war. They should change the menus every day and get it printed that day with a weather forecast for that day.
Wait, the whole menu was 5 shillings, meaning quarter of a pound for the entire set menu. First course, second course, curry of lamb, lobster, game, rabbit. Wow, for 5 shillings.
We need to go back to 1945.
People were eating well at Veeraswamy in 1945. I'm not quite sure if you can buy a single thing in London for 5 shillings anymore.
The grandparents, parents, godfathers, godparents would take their children, nieces, nephews to have the first taste of Indian food here. It is a place where people got engaged, were married, and now, for example, we are amazed with the number of customers who say they came here as children, or the grandparents came as children, and it's been intertwined in their lives. So therefore, it's a very unusual restaurant compared to even the other restaurants of that vintage in this country.
We got our order in. We have a lot of food coming, but we're starting with, it's actually on the menu. This is a lentil soup original recipe from Edward Palmer, who started the restaurant back in 1926. Oh, that's amazing. Has a little bit of a sweet and sour taste to it, with lentils, with nice ginger. That just wakes up your taste buds for all the dishes that are still to come. Oh, that was superbly tasty. Kevin's favorite, chicken lollipops.
I like this Lollipop so much.
Such a big kid.
You just pull it, the meat falls off. It's the meat from the chicken wings. And then you got the flavor of the chutney and then the dates, the marination.
And tamarind, or is it dates or tamarind?
You got dates as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, so easy and fun to eat. So all the appetizers have arrived, starting with the chicken lollipop. Oh, wow. And they're just so much fun and so convenient to eat. All that chicken wing pushed all the way to the side, so it's a one-biter fried. And these are actually called chicken lollipop bhajias. They're like battered and fried with that sweet and sour chutney. Just Always tasty.
So we have a giant royal version of an Indian street food called chaat, and it's a big crispy ball filled with like a potato filling, lots of chutneys, tamarind. It's got chaat masala, yogurt, green chutney, which is mint and coriander, lots of and pomegranate as well. Seeds. It's got everything going on there.
Okay, let's just all go in. Oh. Wow. All your taste buds are awakened and alive. You taste the tamarind chutney, you taste the coriander chutney, a little bit of chili in there, the fruitiness of the pomegranate seeds. Oh, so tasty.
Oh, dig in.
Okay.
Dig in, yeah. So we've got the soft boiled egg. That's definitely a one biter. I want to scoop up as much of that. Masala looks like onions, little tomatoes in here, tomatoes, some of the string hoppers. Here we go. One biter. Oh, wow. The curry leaves, the oniony flavor, the acidity of the tomatoes, and then it kind of just melts into those string hoppers. Oh, superb. So far, all the appetizers have been wonderful. And we're just getting started with our amazing meal here at Veeraswamy.
When we bought it, Veeraswamy had become really a bit faded, it had become dull, and over the years we have refined the interiors, we have refined the food, and then it got a Michelin star 10 years ago.
Now we're just taking a look at the private dining room upstairs, which is one of the most beautiful dining rooms you'll ever see. Chandeliers, the carpets, the decorations, the elephants in the corners. Such a beautiful dining room, and I think it can seat about 20 or so, maybe more. But this is where you could have a private function. So they're also very famous for their cocktails. We were just served some cocktails. Look at these cups. This one is Javan Plum with gin. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. It's also like not too sweet, which I really like as well. Oh, that's amazing, yeah. Very good. This one's a garden martini.
Chartreuse, cucumber, and mint.
Oh, man. That's refreshing, too. The cucumber, the mint. Oh, nice and strong, too. Very good. Oh, that's really good. And next up for the slow gin Negroni.
And curry and fruit.
Oh, that's really good. All three cocktails are actually fantastic. Wow. And that just sets the tone for the main courses that are about to arrive. All the main courses have arrived, and wow, that looks amazing. All the food looks incredible. Let's dig in. So I think we should start with that roast duck vindaloo, and I want the full effect, so no bread, no anything, just a whole spoon of that vindaloo. That was a big bite. Wow. Oh, that duck. The smoky flavor, the tenderness, and it's like kind of a gentle spice that kind of grows on you as you keep on eating that sauce. It's phenomenal.
This was an original Portuguese go-in dish, really flavorful and it's spicy. And particularly in Britain, right, the Vindaloo is supposed to be the spiciest curry, right? That's what you order to show off how strong you are.
Oh, okay,
Right?
nice.
Yeah, it's lads' culture.
And that brings us to our next point.
Oh yeah.
Ta-da!
Originally, when the restaurant was opened, I think in the 1930s period, the King of Denmark came with his own personal cask of Carlsberg beer so he could eat it with his curry.
And now let's start the whole ritual of curry and beer pairing.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thanks, Denmark.
Cheers. That is a perfect pairing. I'm gonna try the pineapple curry next. You can see the mustard seeds in here. You can see the curry leaves. Just grab a couple pieces of the pineapple, actually. So sweet from that pineapple. The actual spices, the masala is very mild and mellow. You just taste like the tempering of the mustard seed, the curry leaves, almost like a coconut milk flavor. But it really actually focuses on the sweet and sour flavor of the natural pineapple. I cannot resist the naan anymore. I need a piece. Look at how puffy that is. It's so bubbly. Oh, the fluffiness of that naan. And this is the green chili butter naan. I need that Vindaloo sauce.
No, but it is.
And then for sure, you want to follow every bite. Oh, so good. Okay, let's move into the murg makhani, right? Thank you. Wow. And this is one of the staples, easily actually the most famous Indian dish outside of India. Oh, the chicken is really moist and juicy. You've got the layers of flavor because it's been cooked in the tandoor, then within the gravy. It's a little bit on the sweeter side, but it's still amazing. The nuttiness of the cashews, those fenugreek leaves kind of subtly in the background. Yeah, if you love butter chicken, that is an absolute must. Next up is a special dish from 1926, right? Edward Palmer's original dish. This is a spring chicken. So this is one of the Anglo-Indian dishes. This is a dish with so much meaning and so much history. I mean, it does look like an Anglo-Indian dish with the chicken breast, like straight up roasted chicken, but with an Anglo-Indian sauce. So a bite altogether will be very interesting to try. Oh yeah, it's fruity with those sultanas. But then you too taste like a very gentle introduction of masala, all coated on that chicken with that bread. That's exactly Anglo-Indian, actually, yeah.
Inside is moist, it's not overcooked, it's not dry. So they're able to cook it to perfection and then enhance with the sauce on top. Not overly spicy, a nice balance. It really gives a good Anglo-Indian restaurant feel to it. So
Perfect representation, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, as Mr. Ranjit was actually explaining to us earlier, he had mentioned that Veeraswamy was actually many people's first taste and introduction to Indian food. And so they tried to introduce some of the Anglo-Indian dishes to cater to everyone's palate. So to introduce something that's kind of familiar, yet with a little bit of masala in it, that's like the dish right there. And so many of the officers from Britain in India, they were all men. So when they would come back to London, they'd be nostalgic and they'd be eager to try the flavors that they remembered from India, and they'd bring their wives and their families here. And so, yeah, for many people, it was the first taste of Indian food. And this is, I think, a dish that completely represents that. Yeah, what another spectacular dish. It is time for one of the main events. This is their famous lamb shank wrapped in pastry and then baked in the tandoor. Oh, it's still crispy. Did you hear that crunch? So all of that is just pure. Oh. Sonia's pouring, and that's a jus
Of bone marrow.
of bone marrow
Korma.
with korma. Look at how thick it is. This is quite a spectacular dish.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that lip. Oh, it just slides off the bone. Okay. Whenever you see a bone sticking out of a chunk of meat, your immediate instinct is to just want to grab the bone, pick it up and bite it. But I think that wouldn't have actually worked because it looks like the lamb shank has kind of been deboned, then baked in the tandoor. Oh, can't wait to try it. It is like an Indian British beef Wellington, but with that korma gravy, with the masala in it to give it that spice and flavor. The pastry, what I like about the pastry is it's so flaky and thin. Yeah, it's very tasty. Like full flavor of the lamb. The Welsh lamb at that, right?
The pastry is so thin, it looked like a giant wonton, to be honest.
Kevin is leaning back.
It's the time of the day that I'm so full and half drunk. But yeah, I enjoy the meat so much. I think this is one of the highlights of the meal as well.
I'm gonna pour on a little bit more of that korma. It is so thick, the bone marrow juiciness. Yeah, so you definitely want to get some of that lamb with some of that pastry, the crispiness of the pastry, and a lot of that korma. Not quite sure of the history of this dish, but to me it almost tastes like an Anglo-Indian dish as well, because it does taste like a roast, like a beef Wellington. Mainly, like you don't taste a lot of the spices, masala within the lamb itself. It's mainly within that korma sauce that gives it the Indian touch. But again, yeah, seems like another incredible representation of Anglo-Indian food. And yeah, very good lamb. I'm really impressed by the quality of everything from the start to the finish of the meal. Well, we're not quite at the finish yet, but although you're familiar with some of the classic Indian staples, but then there's so many uniquenesses and so many differences as well, which I've really enjoyed learning about. But what a meal. But actually, we're still about to try, and right now, one of the absolute signature dishes of Veeraswamy. Here it is, the lobster Malabar. Oh, and this is what we saw in the kitchen, the entire recipe, the chunks of lobster. Can't wait to try it. I'll go for some of that. Oh, I'll go for that whole claw in the naan. Okay, I think I may want to make this my first bite count. I'm just gonna drench it in the Malabar gravy. Oh yeah. Wow. Here we go. I've been waiting all meal for this. Oh wow. What a dish. Oh, that's incredible. First of all, you have that lobster, but it's just saturated with that coconut milk. What's so distinct and what sets apart the Indian flavor probably the most is those curry leaves, which you just immediately taste upon aroma and upon impact on your taste buds. Then you've got just a hint of acidity from that green mango, ginger. It has a sweetness to it as well. And then they added in that lobster broth. So it really is almost like a combination of a lobster Malabar and a lobster like bisque. Like you could eat that like a soup and be happy about yourself. That's an incredible flavor though. Delicious. So well balanced, so addictive. Yeah, I just want to get an entire spoonful just to get the maximum impact of the flavor of that Malabar. That is stunning. Everything is in a harmony of flavor. And Malabar, it's a South Indian flavor. Some of my favorite Indian food in the entire country. It's actually an extremely tough choice, my favorite dish of the meal, but it's definitely between the duck Vindaloo, that sauce was epic, and this lobster Malabar. Just two insanely flavorful dishes. Something I love so much about this meal, I mean, I've had Indian food in many countries, across India, from the north to the south. But this meal here at Veeraswamy is its own thing. They're not trying to copy other recipes. They're not trying to be like what other Indian restaurants are. They're doing their own thing, and it has its complete own unique identity and flavor profile. And even unique Anglo-Indian dishes, which everything has been spectacular.
And so here we are with this situation, with the 100th anniversary, and then what do we have? We've got the shadow over our heads, which is the potential termination of the lease. Our landlords, 18 months ago, said, oh, by the way, we're not going to renew our lease, which came to an end in June 2025. And they said, we decided to redevelop the building. We need your ground floor entrance to redo our offices. And it's not possible for you to stay. No explanation, no detailed discussion, whatever. We were obviously shocked. Because we're protected as a tenancy, we launched a court case to protect our position under the lease, which we're entitled to do. And that court hearing will be held in June this year. Now, if that court case goes against us, by definition, we will have to end the lease here, and there's a risk then the Veeraswamy will close down. But we had a petition. We had 20,000 people supporting us. We presented a petition to Buckingham Palace. and we presented a petition to the Crown Estate saying that, asking the king to intercede and intervene in using his influence to have this historic institution, unique institution, still stay. And I think we have not lost hope. We believe that with more publicity, with more awareness of how outrageous and irresponsible the landlords are, that will add further momentum, which will eventually persuade the landlords to just see common sense and talk to us and to try and find a solution to ensure this historic restaurant continues for at least another 100 years.
Emperors have dined here. Mahatma Gandhi has eaten here. Charlie Chaplin, and that's just kind of the start of the people. Elizabeth Taylor, Winston Churchill.
But I think it's quite important to see the Indian influence in the British cuisine. Right?
Oh yeah.
Because when you talk about masala, chutney, all those names are very commonly used in the British household.
That connection spans centuries, right? All the way before to the spice trade, right, route, and then to the colonization of India, right? So you've got like the East India Company controlling vast parts of India, which is just a corporation, right? It's a company. But then you've got like the official rule of the British Raj, the Crown, from 1858 for 90 years until 1947, which is then the independence, right? And then after that, that independence, you've got like a lot of migration of South Asians into the UK, and they're opening up all the curry houses as well, right? So there's this very long connection that we really should appreciate and admire, right?
Yeah.
And yeah.
So I really hope that this place will survive.
Yeah.
Let's hope everything will be a success and we can continue come back here next year.
Veera is brave, courageous,
Oh, okay.
and Swami is Lord.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was saying Ranjit really lives up to that name, because he's fighting such a force of power, right? The Crown Estate. Yeah.
Okay, so we have two different desserts, right?
Let's go to dessert.
It is black carrot halwa, so it's stewed carrots, sweet carrots, and then it's in a orange rubbery. And rubbery is like condensed cooked milk, so it's very intense milky dairy flavor.
Let's dig into the halwa. The carrots have just been stewed down until they or caramelized down until they're completely broken apart, blackened, and like the shreds of carrots have just disintegrated almost into like a cakey consistency. Oh yeah, with some of that rabri on the bottom? Yeah, I gotta get some of that rabri, that condensed milky goodness. Here we go. Wow, with that condensed milk, you do taste the flavor of the carrots, but they're like candied carrots with this roasted, toasted flavor, really sweet and rich. What is this, Sonia?
This is the Shahi Tukda, which is a bread and butter pudding, and it's got a bit of fruit on top. So you've got dragon fruit, melon, kiwi, and it's in a moat of saffron rubbery.
Fruit bread pudding, saffron, rabri. Oh, nice on the inside. Oh, that's nice. Not too sweet. It's a bread pudding, but it's not like a Western bread pudding because it's been saturated with that milk to the point where it turns custardy. But this, you still feel a crunch of the bread. But then again, it is sitting in a pool of rabri, condensed milk with saffron, and all that fresh fruit on top. Wow. Could do with a little bit of a sit back right now, but it is an honor to sit right here where Edward Palmer sat, the original founder of Veeraswamy back in 1926. And this was his favorite seat, overlooking Regent Street with a view of the restaurant. Best seat at the restaurant, that's without a doubt. Best table, and it's also Mr. Ranjit's favorite table in the restaurant as well. So it's an honor to be in this table, to have had this incredible Indian, Anglo, London experience for Indian food. Oh, so happy, so full. Now I need to sleep. What a meal, what an experience. I want to say a huge thank you to Mr. Ranjit and Miss Namita for their incredible hospitality and all the staff, and food was absolutely outstanding. Also a huge thank you to my friend Kevin and Sonia for joining me for this meal, this unforgettable meal. And we learned about the incredible history, about what's happening currently at Veeraswamy, and we completely support Veeraswamy and hope that they'll be serving incredible Indian food in the heart of London for hundreds of years to come.